Hello everyone, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Psychological Health Consultants and Services, and Redefining Yourself, a program developed for women who are contemplating leaving, needing more information about domestic violence or recovering from domestic violence and narcissist abuse. And so I just wanted to break down the diagnostic statistical manual. I'm not going to break the whole manual down, but I just wanted to show you this is the manual that clinicians operate on. When we go to school, we have to not everyone uses that, but the clinicians are supposed to use this. So we go to school, we have a practicum that we have to go do an internship before we graduate from school. After, in the state of Washington, I know we have to do 3,000 hours underneath a supervisor, clinical supervisor, to establish our hours and to see, you have something written in a manual, but to see what it looks like firsthand. And most of it is very distinguished. I have the distinct honor of working with a psychiatrist. Not all mental health providers work with a psychiatrist, but I have the distinct pleasure of working with a psychiatrist that attended University of Washington, UW. And she had created she was a part of a program within the state that assisted those that, before the Obamacare came to play, they had a grant within Washington State to get people that could not afford medical care in for medical care and mental health care. And so she taught me what a lot of these symptoms look like and diagnoses look like and the clusters look like. If you were watching my last scope, we were talking about narcissism, and we were talking about psychopaths and sociopaths. So today I just wanted to break down the personality disorders and where narcissist falls in at. And so in the statistical manual, it falls under personality disorders. And personality disorders defined with 4 distinct features, which is distorted thinking patterns, problematic emotional responses, over or under regulated impulse control, and interpersonal conflicts. They have problems with relationships in general. So under the personality disorder, there are 3 distinct clusters. And those clusters, cluster A is the odd eccentric clusters. Cluster B is the dramatic, emotional, erratic clusters, and cluster C is the anxious, fearful clusters. So under cluster A, you'll find paranoid, schizoid, and schizotypical personality disorder. These are the odd and eccentric clusters. And then under cluster B, you figure, this is the dramatic, emotional, erratic clusters. You'll find borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, and antisocial personality disorder. So remember, we were talking, if you were watching my last video, the antisocial personality disorder was also formerly known as the sociopath or psychopath disorders. So is now, because it's the antisocial personality disorder. And this disorder is characterized by a pervasive pattern of disregard for rights of other people, and it manifests as hostility or aggression, deceit, and manipulation. Those are the main features of antisocial personality disorders. Then you also have histrionic personality disorder. You find that a lot in female narcissists. They have the features or the personality disorder of histrionic personality disorder. Remember, I told you that a person with narcissism may also have other personality disorders, some of these right here, or a cluster of these integrated, blended together. So histrionic personality disorder is characterized by a pattern of excessive emotionality and attention seeking. They're called drama queens. These are the people that they're dramatic, they're very sexual in their behavior a lot of times. Their conversation is very sexual. You see them on pictures, they're half naked, they're overboard. They're overboard. Then you have borderline personality disorder, and this is the most widely studied personality disorder. This personality disorder has the features, looks very similar to bipolar disorder. Bipolar is very distinctive because it's a distinct pattern of depression and then hypomanic and manic episodes, usually lasting 2 weeks and then 3 to 4 days. With the borderline personality disorder, is kind of a wave of those emotions all at one time. They usually have intense, unstable emotions and moods. You'll find them a lot of impulsive behaviors. They have this love-hate relationship with people. They have problems with relationships. They either jump in a relationship too quick. They idolize the person and then devalue the person all at the same time. They have this really intense fear of being abandoned or rejected. And so they hold on really tight to relationships, and they jump in, and the relationship is usually more than what it really is. And then, of course, you have the narcissist personality disorder. The main feature of the narcissist personality disorder is that sense of self, the what is a significant problem with the sense of self-worth stemming from power, sense of entitlement. They believe they deserve special treatment, they have special powers, they're uniquely talented, and they're brilliant and attractive. And most narcissists that I've met are pretty attractive people. They have these limited fantasies of power and success, super intelligent, they believe they're special and deserve special treatment, they're very arrogant and haughty, overboard. And they're devastated when they find out they're normal, average people with the average intelligence. Normally I don't go to blogs because blogs are just people's opinions of what they're posting. But I did find a few that were pretty interesting because I kind of looked, and some of the things that I've learned about narcissism is like firsthand experience, clinical experience, being around narcissism. And so some of these I wanted to give you some information to help you distinguish some narcissists, and some of the subtypes. You have like the cerebral and somatic narcissists. So the cerebral narcissists are those that have this profound belief that they're super intelligent, and their intelligence far exceeds ordinary people. They have a vast array of knowledge, not just about one topic or on just any topic. I just said that. They tell stories, so they make up stories to make themselves look even better. So some of it has truth in it. So when you try to disprove them, they'll take the part that has truth to it to disprove you. But a lot of it is made up. A lot of it is made up in their head. And they have a great disdain for people that they assume have lesser intelligence to them. So these are the ones that try to attach themselves with people that they feel are similar to themselves. So they'll try to attach themselves. They're usually super intelligent, super witty, funny, but they usually try to attach themselves with people that are where they think they are. Really rich, famous, super educated, a different class above. And so then you also have the somatic narcissist. The somatic narcissists are really focused on physical beauty and proudness. You usually find them like working out in the gym a lot. They're really into fashion and their appearance. These are ones that they usually get their supply based off of the reaction that they get from people that are admiring them or compliment their appearance. And they usually have a long list of sexual partners. They're very promiscuous. A lot of them are very promiscuous, and they're very dominant. Let's see. Then you have like the overt and covert narcissist. The overt narcissist is one that's always right. They don't hide their expectation. They always have to have things done their way. Massive egos, not afraid to show it. They typically are very verbally and physically abusive, especially if you don't admire them like they need to be admired in their mind. They're overconfident, and they're over the top. They're usually extroverts. And they have this large sense of entitlement. They're loud. They may be obnoxious. Now, the covert narcissist is the one to the world. They're very charismatic, very kind. They're very caring. So this is where the victim has a problem with trying to explain their abuse because they've already portrayed themselves to the world as being one way, while people that are close to them, their loved ones, see a totally different side of them. They're rageful, extremely selfish, cruel, and what it says is a lot of times you may find that in leadership, religious leaders, teachers, counselors, politicians. You also have the parasitic narcissists. This is what I was talking about yesterday, not yesterday, but the other video that I posted. You have those that are like parasites, and those are the ones that connect someone to a supply, and they don't have a desire to, they want to be taken care of. In other words, they want to be taken care of. So you need to nurse them. They usually look for strong, intelligent, and successful partners that run the show because they don't want to contribute, but it's still all about them. And so I just wanted to bring that so that we can break it down. So there's another one. They're also like aggressive narcissism, grandiose sense of self-worth. They have a pathological history of lying. They have a lack of remorse, lack of empathy, and these people are usually cunning and very manipulative, and they have superficial charm. Then you have the Malignant Narcissist, which that term was developed by Erich Fromm in 1964. And these are those that have a cross between narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. Remember, we were talking about that on psychopath and sociopaths. So the malignant narcissist is a mixture of both personality, the narcissistic personality disorder and the antisocial personality disorder, or the psychopath and the sociopath. And they usually also have paranoid traits. They usually seek higher levels of psychological gratification from their accomplishments, which usually turns worse, and the symptom of the disorder gets worse. These are people that let's see here, they seek total control, and they use it by any means necessary to keep the control too. Let's see. And they always feel that someone's out to get them, or everyone else is the cause of their problems. They don't want people to like them. They want people to obey, fear, and admire them. And so there, I just wanted to provide some definitions to show you the different types of narcissists and some of their behaviors, to give you a distinction of that this is not separate from narcissism. This is a part of narcissism. So as I always say, having knowledge is key, and having knowledge and getting educated about what you're going through helps you to leave your situation, or helps you to find help, or because many times women, they do die in domestic violence, but a lot of them also are injured and die leaving a domestic violent relationship. So if you are planning to leave, if you are in the Tacoma area, they have the Crystal Justin Family Justice Center. You can go to the YWCA and speak to victim advocates. If you're planning a divorce, it's highly recommended use these agencies because the lawyers that are usually working with them are accustomed to working with high conflict cases, and they do understand what happens when women are trying to leave abusive situation, and men as well. But when they're trying to leave abusive situations, I hope that you're safeguarded, your children are safeguarded, and I know some of you have invested a lot in relationships, and so there's a lot that you've invested in a relationship, and there's a lot to be lost. But I promise you this one thing, you will recover from what you've been through. It's just a matter of time of getting yourself stable and getting yourself healed, because those things are materialistic things, but your life is valuable and it can't be replaced, nor the life of your children. And instead of staying in a situation where you think that there's no way out, remember learned helplessness. Staying in a relationship where you're assuming that there's no way out, you're welcome to contact me. I can help you to try to connect you with resources, even in your area if you're not in the state, to help you connect to resources to get you out of your situation. They do have programs in which it's almost like the witness protection program, where they actually move you, and I have people that are here in this area that have been moved from one location to another location and have their name changed, their identity changed, in order to protect them from the violence that they have been going through. So it's very, very serious. So I hope this has helped you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel. Hit the little chime, the bell, so that you can stay alert to whenever I come on. My YouTube channel is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Narcissist Abuse. I also have a Facebook page, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. I also post the videos there. I'm creating a Twitter account, so you can talk to me if you want to talk to me, and I have time to talk to you. Do know I do get a lot of emails, but please do email me, Dr. Carmen Bryant, DrCarmenBryant @outlook.com. If you have questions, you don't want anyone to know that you're asking me these questions, and you're private, and you want to stay not hidden, but anonymous, or even if you're afraid, you don't want anyone to know that you're inquiring, please delete your caches and your cookies on your computers. Make sure you delete it on your telephones, but email me, ask me whatever question you want to. If you want me to call you, I will give you a call, to help connect you to some resources to get you out of your situation, to get you better. I am a life coach. Right now I'm developing a program. The program is Redefining Yourself, but I'm developing the coaching program. If you are in the Seattle, Tacoma area, I will be developing the groups, and I will find a hotel, business center, that we can begin meet each other. You never know, your experience may help someone else. The things that you've learned up until this point can help someone else. There are some people that have been through it and never heard another woman talk about the abuse because they felt all alone, but you're not alone. You know, just like I said on the first one, you know, 3 to 4 million women are being abused, you know, every day. Every 90 seconds, a woman or a child is being abused. And so as we're speaking on this scope, which is like 15 minutes now, there's a woman and child that's been abused, you know, and I want to reach out to try to help as many people as I can. I personally may not be able to help you, but I can connect you and direct you in the right direction. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date whenever I post. Thank you, and you guys have a wonderful day. See you next time.